rayuan ke Mahkamah Rayuan akan kita lakukan secepat mungkin, dan saya berharap bahawa kes di rayuan ini akan didengari dengan berapa segera yang boleh, kerana saya ingin teruskan usaha untuk membersihkan nama saya, dan perjuangan ini akan tetap saya teruskan. Seperkara yang saya nak maklumkan bahawa dalam mahkamah tadi, hakim telah mengizinkan saya untuk menyatakan sepatah dua kata pada penghujung perbicaraan, dan antara perkara yang saya sebut adalah kejayaan ataupun pencapaian waktu saya menjadi Perdana Menteri selama 9 tahun. Dan kedua, saya telah mengulangi sumpah saya, iaitu wallahi wa billahi wa tallahi, bahawa saya tidak meminta maupun saya telah ditawarkan ataupun dalam pengetahuan saya tentang duit 42 juta yang dikatakan masuk dalam akaun saya. Jadi ini satu pengakuan yang saya telah lahirkan kerana saya nak menyatakan dengan setegas-tegasnya bahawa pendirian saya, pengakuan ini adalah pengakuan yang benar. Dan saya sanggup melafazkan sumpah ini bukan sekali tapi 2 kali petang tadi, supaya ianya dirakamkan sebagai satu pengakuan yang tegas, yang benar yang saya telah lakukan. Oleh kerana kes ini dalam proses lanjutan di peringkat rayuan, saya tidak boleh cakap lebih lagi, tapi Tan Sri Syafiee, program saya boleh menyatakan satu dua perkara tambahan.
Datuk Sri sebelum ni kata nak bersihkan nama Datuk Sri melalui proses pengadilan.
Ya.
Adakah Datuk Sri rasa you satisfied having gone through round?
Saya tentu tak puas hati dengan keputusan. Saya dah nyatakan tadi. Tapi dalam sistem kita, mahkamah tinggi ialah mahkamah yang pertama. Dan keputusan ini dibuat oleh seorang hakim saja. Kita ada benefit untuk membuat rayuan di peringkat mahkamah rayuan, di mana di peringkat mahkamah rayuan ada 3 hakim. Mudah-mudahan di peringkat mahkamah rayuan nanti kita dapat menghujahkan poin-poin yang boleh diterima nanti, insya-Allah. Sorry, you say that again? Can you open your name?
Yeah.
Can't hear.
Did you predict the result before today, and you said you want to
Yes.
prove your
Yes.
She said, did you
Yes.
predict the result?
Did I predict the result?
No. Yeah.
I must be some sort of soothsayer if I can predict the result. But as always, you hope for the best, but you prepare for the worst.
What would you advise to your political supporters in a sense, has this dented your political future?
No, because this is definitely not the end of the world. Because there's a process of appeal, and we hope that we would be successful then. So the effort will continue, and to my supporters, I hope they will continue to believe in me, believe in our struggle, and continue to be in positive and in high spirit. Itu tak tahulah, saya tak nak speculate atas itu. Ya.
Hukuman ini, Datuk Sri, hukuman ini nampak nampaknya akan menjelaskan kiranya pilihan raya umum dipanggil is being called like in 1 or 2 years time. Apa pandangan Datuk Seri tentang jadual hukum ini?
Not necessary.
Tak mungkin. Ini tengok pada interpretasi dari segi undang-undang. Ya.
Datuk Seri, tadi Datuk Seri Ahmad Zahid ada kata apa akan melakukan sesuatu untuk Datuk Seri. Adakah Datuk Seri tahu pasal benda ni?
Tak tahu, tapi saya ni orang parti. Jadi saya akan patuh kepada apa-apa keputusan parti. I'm a party man and I will abide with whatever the decision of the party.
Datuk Seri, dimaksudkan saya ini akan menjejaskan kerajaan Perikatan Nasional?
Tidak semestinya. Saya harap bila kita sebut tentang kerajaan ini, kita ada semangat setia kawan sesama kita. Okay?
You have instituted the appeal. So what do you think about the appeal in the future?
Who?
Appeal.
What do you think of your chances of appeal?
What do you think of the appeal?
We are always positive. We believe in our innocence. We believe that we have a strong case. But of course, we have to convince the judges. And we will do our best. Tan Sri Shafi'i will continue to lead the team. And he is very determined to get the outcome that we believe is only right for us. No. I mean, no. I mean, it doesn't matter. You know, people can have individual opinions. He's just one individual, but there are many others who have different opinions, who feel something else. Okay, that's me.
Right. Since Datuk Seri Najib have spoken in Malay, I will open up in English so that you have everyone here. But if you want to ask me in the Malay language, you are most welcome, and I will answer you in the Malay language. Okay, as a statement, can I say this first? You know me too well. I work better under pressure. This is a serious challenge, all right? Although I'm disappointed, I'm not down. If there is a similarity between me and Datuk Seri Najib, we are identical in terms of working best under pressure. So I think our challenge on the appeal will be mounted in a higher format, in a higher gear, because we believe our case is strong from the very beginning. But we were troubled when the defense was called with the grounds that were provided, all right? Because the grounds does not seem, it is an honest judgment. Let me say this so that I don't get into trouble. Yeah? I think this judge is honest, but I think he honestly made various mistakes. Okay? And from the judgment in the, at the defense, or rather at the prosecution stage, he has gone into the current final judgment, and we find that the error has compounded. Perhaps because he cannot unwind the reasoning that he has provided. Yeah? So I feel that we have got the strongest of chances to win the appeal. This is a case where the judge himself have said, in no uncertain terms, it is a case that provided factual metrics as well as the legal issues like no other cases before this. And when I say this is a case that is the biggest trial in the world, I'm not exaggerating. And there are several legal issues that you may want to consider in your assessment of what we are saying. This is the first case ever where a shadow director, who is not a director of SRC, is considered as a person who can call the shots over and above the board of directors. This is a principle I've never heard of before. Although shadow directors is a concept, but never applied in this form, especially in a criminal case. That's number one. Number two, this is also a case where principles of company law has been thrown aside, because the learned judge said that a shareholder can literally take away the function of the board of directors, and the board of directors need not have to be liable for it. You and I know that in any company, especially in companies like SRC, the board of directors are the primary persons who makes decision, and their heads are the one on the chopping block, not the shareholders. So this is just two that I give you as example, which troubles a lot of people, trouble a lot of our defense team, because it is a clear-cut case. We feel error has been made. All right? And there is no evidence whatsoever that Datuk Seri Najib was the one who instructed the 42 million to be paid to him. If it is a gratification, you may wonder how come the charge never say who paid the gratification to him, who agreed that he should receive the gratification. The charge never even say that, and neither did the judgment. Who decided with Datuk Seri Najib for the gratification to be paid? So these are just teasers to you, so that you'll think about it, how wrong, but honestly, the judge has come to make these decisions. All right? So if you ask me, I feel that the fact that he found Datuk Seri Najib guilty of all 7 charges, to me, in a very black way, I am happy, because I've got a better chance, because he found all 7 guilty. He denied every single defense point has not been taken up by the learned judge. So to me, this is a better scenario to fight the judgment in the appellate court. You got another 10 more judges to hear this case. This is just one judge, because in the Court of Appeal, 3 judges. In the federal court, there are 7 judges, normally over cases like this. I told the judge I would like to have this appeal within 3 months, the first round of appeal. Second round of appeal, perhaps the next 4 months. So we are looking at a total exhaustion of all the appellate matters within 7 months, but the first 3 months, the first case. All right? I am looking forward to this appeal like I have never looked forward to any appeals before, because this is a very exciting appeal that we want to proceed as quickly as possible.
What do you think of the sentences?
Sorry?
What do you think of the sentences, the jail term and 210 million fine imposed?
Okay. I don't think the judge has got a choice because of the views he has taken. The amount of money involved, no doubt, is only 42 million. It is not the 4 billion that we are talking about. But he is influenced by the fact that the abuse of power related to the 2 billion and the 2 billion, although the gratification is only 42. I think he is stuck with his own judgment, and therefore he came to that punishment that he handed down. We will, of course, appeal both on conviction as well as punishment. We think we got a good chance for both. Yeah. Sorry. All right. Yeah. Well, the trial before this judge has been fair. You have to give him credit for that. He gave us all the latitude to hear, and my only complaint is he does not seem to apply the criminal concepts and philosophy, criminal law concept and philosophy. He seems to have applied more of a civil concept, because in criminal law, if you have a reasonable doubt, just a mere doubt, you have to throw the case out. Whereas in civil cases, you do the balancing act. Who tells the truth? Who has got a better case? You balance it. Even if it is 10% more on this side, you give it to this side. Yes.
far-fetched, unsustainable, defying logic, astounding. As the lead counsel argument has been exposed to such momentum, what are your comments?
Okay. I find that is, how would I say, a fantastic sort of statement made by the judge, especially in the face of the following thing. For instance, you remember we led evidence by at least 4 witnesses, excluding Datuk Sri, that there was a meeting with King Abdullah. And at that meeting, there was a smaller meeting where personalities moved to the center of the hall. And King Abdullah, in the Arabic language, mentioned the help that he would render. And immediately after that, the help that he would render was, among other things, financial. Because on the way out, you remember there was evidence that Anifah Aman said so, Datuk Sri Najib said so, namely this, and Khair, the Minister Khair also said the same thing. When Datuk Sri Najib inquired, did I hear correctly that King Abdullah wanted me to open a private account to receive this money? And Anifah Aman said, yes, that's what I heard. Now, how could you dismiss the meeting having taken place? Merely on one basis, whether the meeting took place on the 10th, 11th, or 12th, because people cannot remember, because this is an unofficial meeting, because the actual official meeting took place on the 13th. We did say this took place just before the official meeting. Now, as to the date, that's not so relevant. It is a mere irregularity, because if we want to fix, if we want to perjure, we can do a better job. Among all the witnesses, we can say, let's agree on one date where we can prove. The fact that there is a slight inconsistency shows that the witnesses did not get together to fabricate. Okay, that's one example. The second example, you remember the meeting in the same palace after King Abdullah had passed on with the 2 princes and people from MACC and lawyers and so on. That meeting took place, but the judge doesn't seem to think and pay any credibility to that version. Even the MACC witnesses said so.
Yeah, one question.
Yes.
We noticed that Datuk Sri Najib he swear 3 times in different occasions. So currently he didn't know all the things. So will his swear play a function for the appeal?
Can you repeat? Can you repeat? Don't wear that, please.
Yeah.
Repeat.
Datuk Sri Najib swear 3 times.
Oh, okay.
We didn't know. So will this swear influence the result of the appeal?
Well, it should, because if you know the Muslim philosophy and the religion, this is not something easy for any Muslim to swear by God's name. And that is a formula of taking an oath, because consequences, if you lie, is great. Muslims believe that. And Datuk Sri Najib said this, and there was another occasion, you remember Datuk Sri Najib went into the mosque and swore. That was about the Alta Tunya matter. So he's prepared to do this because that's the truth. It goes towards credibility, whether you can believe a witness or not. These are some of the elements you look at. Okay? Any other question?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Late.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Đâu kan? Siap. Bateri ada lagi ya?
Tak ada. Kat Angah bateri.
Okey.
Asal? Dah.
Dia ada. Kau nak tanya dah. Dia betul. Mana?
Ini siapa?
Bibi.
Oh. Okay. So what's mau tanya apa-apa?
So where are you going? Where are you going to celebrate with this PKP?
We are not celebrating.
Ada bagi ni ada gelar bintang kan?
Alah, gambar takut. Alah, Arif.
Janganlah blok safety aku dengan kepala orang ni. Datuk.
Arif, faster.
Alright.
Okay. So, as a prosecution side, so what do you think of the result? Do you satisfied it?
Okay. Terus start.
The prosecution is happy that the judge found the prosecution case proven beyond reasonable doubt, and all the witnesses who have testified have been found credible, and we are pleased that the justice has been served in this case.
When will
I'm very bad at repeating, man. What is it?
so when will
Okay.
Dr. Sri Najib be put into prison?
Oh, what? What is it?
When will the government?
No, the question I was asked is what do I think of the verdict? So I said the prosecution is pleased that the judge has accepted the truth of the prosecution case and believed the credibility of all prosecution witnesses. And the outcome is actually a victory for justice.
So when will Dr. Sri Najib be put into prison?
No, we do not know when Dato Sri Najib will be put into prison. It all depends on the outcome of the appeal to the Court of Appeal and then to the Federal Court. I can only answer the question at the end of the Federal Court proceedings.
How long will the process last?
I estimate the process will take to the Court of Appeal about 4 months to 5 months, and to the Federal Court another 4 to 5 months. So everything should be, if the records are ready and judgments are ready, by in a year's time.
Dr. Basri mentioned that he's looking forward to the appeal. He's very excited and prepared. Maybe you have any comment on that?
No, I think any accused person who has been found guilty will certainly look forward to the appeal to ventilate any shortcomings they think were presented in their favor. I mean, that's a normal reaction of anyone found guilty, and I appreciate his feelings. Yeah.
Tan Sri Shafi'i said that.
Sorry, sir. Sorry,
Tan Sri Shafi'i said that he believes the judge was an honest man, but he has honestly made mistakes.
Well, we all know that everyone appointed to the bench must be honest, and this judge is certainly an honest judge. There's no judge who's not honest. But what's the question?
He said that he has honestly made mistakes.
Well, the judge has heard the case for 100 days. 57 witnesses from the prosecution and 19 witnesses from the defense. He saw them in person, the documentary evidence that has been presented. He evaluated it. He considered the submission put in by the defense, which ran into more than 2,000 pages, and a submission by the prosecution, which was about 600-700 pages. He's read all that, and his judgment today was testimony that he has considered all the facts, and he has come and made a finding of fact. And that was his right. Yeah.
So are you satisfied with the 12 years imprisonment and also 200 pence? Are you satisfied with that?
I think the maximum sentence was 20 years, and the sentence of 12 years was given. But whether the Attorney General's chambers is satisfied or not, I'll have to take instructions from the Attorney General.
Would you be appealing for the
Yeah,
sentences?
we will have to brief the Attorney General and take instructions on that.
So what do you think? Dr. Sri Najib always said he didn't know everything, and he even swears 3 times for this, and with the Islam.
Okay. Without going into anything on religious, all I can say is, on evidence, as presented by the prosecution, there was a sworn affidavit by him that he knew this money was from SRC. And also, the money has gone into Dr. Sri Najib's account, and the bank statements reflect that. So if 42 million goes into your account and you say you don't know, it is up to us, up to the judge to believe or not to believe. Yeah. I have been retained to act as counsel or ad hoc prosecutor until the federal court. So I will continue to prosecute this case on behalf of the chambers, Attorney General's chambers. Of course, as prosecutors, we came with evidence, both in documentary form and in witnesses. We presented the evidence, and we are pleased that the evidence that we believed, which we trusted, which we thought there was a case, has been accepted by the court. Of course, it's a huge relief for us with the finding of the learned judge. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we'll have to cross the bridge when we come to it. It may or may not happen. We don't know. So it's too speculative.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Do you have the recording for Najib and
Huh?
Safi? Recording for Najib and Safi?
Aduh. Ask what Nazir. He's the producer of the day. Nazir Safari. Because he hired me today.
Alright.
Yeah.